Open. Hello, live tubers. Blue is mostly ready to go. We'll be starting up in just a short time. We'll probably do a little bit of a recap once we get loaded in, and then we'll get to playing some game. Let me just double check on the YouTube. YouTube's been acting up a little for me lately, but I think it's working today. You guys have to let me know if the stream gets any weird laggy or I don't know, anything unusual anyway. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's YouTube. Honestly, a lot of the time it feels like YouTube changes one thing or two things, and suddenly half my streaming recording stuff stops working. But we should be operational as far as I can tell. Alright, so Library of Ruina. So this will be stream number 2. Last stream was sometime last week, and then, you know, busy. But I'm going to try to get at least one stream per week so we don't fall behind too bad. But yeah, this should be fun, or at least I hope it will be fun. I would say my initial impression of this game, well, the production quality is higher than Lobotomy Corporation, so that's a plus. I don't think it has as good of an opening hook, at least from my perspective. I think Lobotomy Corp got into the weird... I'm not sure. I just think Lobotomy Corp had a better opening. I think Library of Ruina, if you hadn't played Lobotomy Corp, I feel like the opening would have been really flat. But I'm still waiting for the weird to hit. But you know, we're still pretty early, so there's lots of things to learn about. But yeah. So, speaking of the game, let's see where we were. Okay, so we've unlocked 3 floors of the library. Most recently, we found Yasod again, our old pal. So, you know, Yasod was never my favorite, but we've found him. So this is kind of like opening departments in Lobotomy Corp. It looks like we've got probably 10 in total again, and well, unlike, we're not gonna have straight up 5 employees each. One of them is sort of automatically a plot character like Malkuth or Roland or Yasod, but that should leave some room for you know, the clerks, the janitors, in this game the librarians, the rando extras, although they might not be quite as disposable as they were in the other game, but we'll see what happens. I think so far I've only made one, which was myself. And of course, you just get covered up in gear anyway, so you can barely see any of the customization. Classic. And we do have another one who I haven't actually named or customized yet, so I'll have to do that eventually. I haven't figured out how we're going to do that yet. It seems like we're going to get a lot fewer than in Lobotomy Corp. Seemed like we unlocked employee slots pretty quick last time. This one's much slower. And you know, we'll probably give some preference to some live viewers and Patreons and subs and all that stuff, but we'll see. Other than that, what is there to talk about? So yeah, the basic story, Angela seems to be building a library full of books after the events of the last game, and looks like all of the Saphiras are locked up and will be released over time. There are still abnormalities. I'm not sure why exactly, but there are. They only show up as more like a boss event, so as we unlock, kind of, as we finish quests and unlock each floor's, I'm assuming Sapphira's story will get new abnormality fights, and then they give you some bonuses that you can have during your regular days events. Regular day events are a little bit weird in that, you know, you sort of, I'd say spend a resource, but you might spend a resource. You kind of risk a resource, I suppose, to do a combat against some people you scoop off the streets, and then you get some rewards off of them when you kill them, which is kind of interesting. Obviously, we're still very early game, but you can kind of see you get different cards for killing these guys, and then use their cards to summon new people for the most part. Our rank, I suppose, has gone from Canard to Urban Myth, and you can also see we've got a quest to get to the next level, which is like level 8 of, it's like your notoriety, I guess. Let's see, what else is there to remember? Because these drops are a bit random, there is some repetition doing certain fights over and over again to try to get, well, this is a double floor, this is 2 fights, you gotta fight these guys, and then these guys are second, so you can see how many groups you have to fight in one sort of event, and yeah, you get random stuff off of them, which you can then burn to get more random stuff off of them. Eventually, you know, I get a little bit intimidated when it's too random. It's a double layer of random books with random pages when you burn them that you have to grind for. Is a little bit, well, I hope it doesn't become a huge grind, is what I'm thinking. I have terrible luck generally with Let's Plays with random drops, so we'll see. Let's see, there's a credenza, which is more just like your, you can kind of read the story, like you can rewatch, didn't even mean to click that, but you can rewatch all of your dialogue and story events. So it's kind of like there's a thing like this in Lobotomy Corp, and you can rewatch each of the invitation stories if you want, that bit. And then we can also read about the books. I haven't really done this yet, but it seems like each character that we, oh, by the way, thanks for the sub there, Squatch Meal. Each of the people we invite into the library and kill, has some sort of story you can read about. I haven't really put a lot of time into this. It's not as interesting to me learning about random rats and fixers compared to the weird abnormalities that we had in the other game. This is what I mean by I don't think this game starts as strong, because I don't really care about these guys. I don't think they're, I mean, they're a little bit interesting, but they all seem kind of bland compared to the first few abnormalities. You know, by now we would have had maybe the second or third, we probably would be entering the third section in the Lobotomy Corporation, and we'd have, like, you know, I don't know, but we'd be up to like 4, 8, say 9 or 10 abnormalities with all their weird gimmicks and stories and stuff. I don't know, I feel like these guys are way more bland than some of the abnormalities we've seen in the other game. But that's just my, it's just my initial impression. And like, the abnormalities were really just like a puzzle boss. It didn't really have anything about its story at all so far. But we'll see. For now, let's see. So we're going to be able to complete this quest, use abnormality pages on librarians in battle. So that's just over the course of time, when we do long battles, these things will pop up, and that'll eventually get to 6. So like, that's kind of automatic pass just over time. We do need a new book that we don't have yet, so, you know, we got to progress the main invitation line to find this. There's also 2 more question mark books for Yasod, and then unlocking floors. I can't remember how you do that exactly. I think the last time we unlocked a floor was from a quest. I think it was Malkuth's quest that unlocked Yasod. I think it was... when we did the Scorched Girl one. It was probably like Bloodbath to unlock Malkuth, and then Scorched Girl to unlock Yasod. So, assumedly, once we get this one done, we'll unlock another floor. And once we've got 4 of those, we'll probably be at a higher rank by then, and we'll finish quest number 2 for there. That seems likely. I'm pretty sure you unlock a new librarian slot for each quest as well, is what I would expect. Yeah, grinding drops during recording. Like, on your own time, it's not as bad, but when you're trying to make a 30-minute video, grinding for a... What was the worst one? Was that Rainbow Pudding from Final Fantasy IV? That was so bad. Alright, anyway, I think that's enough catch-up. I guess just in case you're stopping by for the first time, let me look a little bit at how our librarians work. This is like the micromanagement level that might get a little bit too much. We'll see. Roland's our main dude. So we have a list of cards, or pages, whatever you want to call them. They might as well just be cards that you get from burning those books from the people we kill. And the way to read these quickly is the top number in the top left is the cost. The color of it doesn't seem to really matter very much for now, at least, but that's how much energy it costs. You can kind of filter by those if you want. And then, you know, times is the number you've got. The little symbols in the middle are what they do, and the order does matter. So this is an evade, a block, and a slashing attack. So that's kind of important to keep in mind. The numbers there are ranges that are randomly calculated mid-battle. So it's like rolling a dice. You get between 1 and 5 or whatever. That's very random, because there's some of these that are like 1 to 12 and stuff like that. It's very hard to know if it'll work or not, because it's just a completely random number. But, you know, seems like that's how the game's designed. So yeah, there's tons of cards. You can equip 9, and that's your combat deck. So I've got kind of a mix of 1 cost to 3 cost cards, and then you probably want to stack them for your enemy's weaknesses to slashing, piercing, and blunting. So that's fine. Then it gets a little bit more complicated if you look at your key page. So you can take a librarian, and then you like equip one of the characters' pages of someone you've killed. This seems to give them some passive abilities, sometimes anyway, and then changes their HP and their stun resistance. Well, all of their resistances, their HP, their dagger resistance, yeah. So, you know, that's interesting. Kind of unlock sort of upgrades. The trick is that they also equip a new set of cards that overwrites the old set of equipped cards. So if I want to switch this guy over, I have to unequip all this stuff, put it onto the new page, and I mean, I think there's a way to do this faster. I have to start saving setups and stuff, but yeah, I haven't gotten that far. And then finally, the last page is for librarian customization. There's like just generic customization to make them look how you like, but on this page you do get they're kind of like ego gifts. They seem to be dropped under conditions rather than 1% to 10% of the time, like in Lobotomy Corp. But they also give you relatively small bonuses like Lobotomy Corp ego gifts. So also you can just sort of equip them. You don't have to try to overwrite them like before, which is probably nice. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky to get them to unlock. We'll see. I probably missed a ton of them already, so. Other than that, on Librarian Info, I think that's it. You can just equip those. So yeah, so you can equip kind of extra gear, sort of accessories. They call them battle symbols. And equip the pages of the people you kill, and then equip the cards to build a combat deck. And I was kind of thinking that eventually different floors might have different specialties, where like one floor focuses on slashing attacks, one floor focuses on blunt attacks, one floor focuses on piercing, and then other options. And then that way, when we're doing combat with these guys, I mean, once you know who's coming, then you can kind of try to match up the right floor with the right kind of set of abilities. But I don't think we're far enough into it to really do that just yet. Okay. I think we're going to start. Just half an hour of remembering how to play the game. There's some other stuff. Combat is a bit finicky, but we'll see. So let's start recording again for the future tubers, and yeah, we'll see how far we get today. Hello, future tubers, and welcome back to stream number 2 of Let's Play Library of Ruina, still technically in early access, with me and, of course, the live chat. So, I think we're pretty much ready to get started. For the future tubers, you know, we did a little bit of review for the live tubers, but for the future tubers, you guys have been watching these videos. You can just go back and watch the last one. So yeah, like I was saying, everyone, we've got 3 floors, and we're gonna go kind of keep an eye on quests, although for now, most quests are get more books. So to get more books, we'll go to the next place and see what happens. So I'm expecting we're in a new tier here in Urban Myth, and we finished up kind of the last kind of quest thing with the fixers, right? I think. So assuming that kind of story is over, I'm expecting kind of something new today. We'll see. So, Book of Taean is one of the ones we got from the last place. And, yeah, we don't really know anything about what we're going to fight, so we'll see. Well, we're starting off with a good sound effect. Chef de Cuisine Pierre. Nope, not this. That won't do either. I can't seem to find the one that strikes me with inspiration. What is this, Undertale? The sous chef, Jack. Hey there, Pierre. Bought you some fresh ones this time. They got bruised a bit too hard, but they're still breathing. What? Busy developing a new dish? Welcome, Jack. Dishes are one thing, but we're running way too short on ingredients these days. Luckily, I have my reliable friend Jack, so I won't have to worry about that for a while. What happened? The musician of Bremen say they're no longer selling ingredients to us. Those freaks were always unpredictable. What about little piggies, then? Same deal. Stop trading with us. We'll have to do this the old way, you and I together. I'd love to, but we can't go to our usual spot. The Zwei Association is safeguarding the area. Then we should pioneer new supply chains. While we're at it, I want to be more experimental with new ingredients. I've been using only young ones for far too long. Nah, that's unfortunate. I'll miss the pasty hand pies you're making. You'll have to deal with it, unfortunate as it is, since we've lost several vendors that used to provide quality meat. In quotations, meat. Sticking to conventional dishes won't cut it. Gourmets will surely notice the drop in quality of our ingredients. Sure, what's a little bit of cannibalism between friends? You were aiming to become one of the 8 chefs, right, Pierre? That's right. The 8 chefs are the brightest of the stars of the city that shine over us. They never fail to present us with stunning, sensational flavors. What kind of new ingredients are you looking for? Aged ones should be easier, though their meat tends to be squishy. It's not everyone's favorite, but some like it. I'm not looking for a compromise. I want a taste that differentiates us from other restaurants. Ever heard of the library? I heard monsters live there. It may still be an urban myth, but monster meat is usually hard to get unless we travel all the way to the outskirts. Oh, now that's promising. Isn't it? I just got an invitation for the library some time ago. I'll surprise the gourmets with a dish that's so stimulating and novel, it could even rival the 8 chefs themselves. So, Jack, you can just count on me and follow my lead, understand? This is a great city. Such a great city. What are we going to do with all the ingredients I brought then? Nah, let's just make some jam. We're bottling them alive, so put them on drips of anesthetics and repressors and store them in the kneader. I mean, do you have to? Like that? Oh, meat jam's nice. No, it's not. This is terrible. This sounds terrible. Oh, and as I said before, you have to put them legs first, not head first. We got to keep them alive as long as possible for no reason at all. It's not as flavorful if they die too quickly. Alright, well, I mean, don't feel too bad about killing those guys, I guess. Cannibalism is a thing in the Backstreet Boys. They can sink no low, like, there's no lows to which the Backstreet Boys will not hit. Even cannibalism is allowed. There are quite a few perverted maniacs who are into that, yeah. But it's kind of a taboo, even in the Backstreets. You can't go around saying how tasty human meat is. It's actually the wealthy folk who consume human meat the most. They can in sync no lower. Yes, exactly. However, the Backstreet Boys of District 23 are an exception. People there only care about pursuing the ultimate flavor and will do anything for it. Each part of the Backstreet Boys seems to have its own set of characteristics. It mostly depends on the policies set by the Nest and the Wing, though most of the Backstreets are being neglected anyway. Is human meat particularly delicious or anything? Heck if I know, never tried, never wanted. Those guys are kidnapping ordinary people and cooking them right after. Gourmets seem to think that such cruelty only adds to the flavor. Even worse, they believe cooking people alive makes them, and making them suffer as much as possible is key to perfecting taste. Yeah, humans eating humans, what a sight to behold! You're the worst, Angela. This is a brand new smell. I don't think I like this scent. Now, Jack, it's unfamiliarity like this that brings forth new ideas, you see. If you say so. Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Wow, what a wonderful looking ingredient with such a glossy appearance. She certainly looks like a fresh top grade ingredient on the outside, but, Pierre... Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, she's not human. That's why I'm even more excited. How do you taste? I'm afraid you cannot do any harm to me. We never know until we try. That's the spirit, though. I like that. Stay calm. We should keep our manners. She's the wonderful individual who invited us here, you see. Yeah, I apologize, ma'am. Now then, Miss Angela, may we enter? May you find your book in this place. Alright, combat. So, Pierre and Jack. I don't really see the point of doing Yasod since he's on his own. I'd rather do 2v2. I think I forgot to re-equip Roland's page. Similarly, that one doesn't have a page. You can tell because they don't have any extra HP. Keeping track of all the gear, and this is like my worry, is that I'm going to have to be constantly tweaking gear sets and card decks, and it's just going to really bog down the turns, basically, but we'll see. I don't know. Okay, remaining act, floors available. I guess that means you get like 2 chances to kill them. Anyway, these guys are looking a little bit sturdier than previously. So Blunt will get them staggered. Pierce just does good damage though. So Blunt's kind of like the main weakness, because once they're staggered, if you can get them there, anything does fatal damage. But yeah, I would say Piercing and Blunt are our best bets. You could also look at all the stuff they can do if you want to prep. This is the problem, it's so much prep work. They recover when they kill things, and he heals every scene a small amount. Well, let's just go with the old Roland Blue, and can I not? Interesting. You can only bring 3 per the fight. So I'm just trying to think of an easy way to switch people over here. Here we go. This is their list of stuff. If I just save the current setup, it's just garbage. But It's got all that there. Then I can... Nope. Yeah, you know, these old games, not old games, but these games sometimes, interfaces, you know, getting to all the menus inside menus, right? Just give me a second here. I don't know, see, I left-clicked it this time and it opened up, but last time it wasn't opening this, that's why I ended up... Anyway, I'm trying to switch over to something with a little bit more stats. I know we have some robots that are kind of stronger because they only have like one weakness rather than one fatal weakness rather than a weak and a fatal. And then these are the newer guys, I guess, up at the top. They've got some special abilities. Sure. We'll just use this guy, I guess. And then, let's see, that unequips all of his stuff. So then I've got to go back to... Combat bookshelf. And load that. There we go. Okay, once I get more familiar with all this, it should work a little faster. I don't know if it's super difficult or not. If it gets too bad, well, we'll see. We'll talk about that when it happens. So far, the only thing that was difficult was the puzzle bosses on the abnormalities that I thought was just a pain to micro, really, just to build a counter to every counter. Anyway, we've got a couple guys with a couple sets of random stuff that I didn't really think about too much. Let's just go. Alright, so back into combat. Okay. Now, these guys are faster than us. They've got a 2 to 5 rather than a 1 to 4. So we're starting to get stronger visitors. Okay. So he's going to go first no matter what. And try a slash with blind. And then a bludgeoning attack. And then a slash and a bludgeoning. So they're both doing the same thing. That's a lot of damage, though. Especially if they're weak to slashing or bludgeoning. So we really don't want to get hit by all those fatal damages if we can avoid it. What have we got? Well, we could try to block a 2 to 5 with a 2 to 6. I don't know. None of these. And we know they're kind of strong against slashing. So we want to hit them with piercing if we can. Well, you know, I'll give it a shot. And I think I'll try to... I don't even know how this works. Let me just see. I would like to not have all the damage go to the same person. So we're going to try... Do we want double... No, we want to do piercing damage to get the stagger. Or just go for the kill with fatal damage, I guess. Either way, I don't have a lot of powerful cards, so we'll just try a wall up. We'll see what happens. So does this... It doesn't actually interrupt the attack. So it's kind of useless for that purpose. Right on, Gregorium. Awesome. Awesome. Glad you've had a good time with that. Maybe we should just focus on this one then? It's kind of weird, like the card I'm using to attack is disappeared now. So if I want to switch targets, I think I have to like make a different attack, get the card back, and then set it to that. It's a bit, like I've said before, the interface is a little bit weird. Anyway, I guess we're going to try to focus fire. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so we had a good... Actually, that worked out very well. The dice go so fast on quick mode, but we rolled quite well on the defense there. So the first round, Jack kind of got wrecked by Roland, which was just, you know, good dice. And then we actually got him staggered, and we should be able to kill him now. So that was just, you know, focus firing did work, but also we got a little lucky that he rolled poorly. Okay, we've got a bind. Oh, I've never seen this before. Reduce all speed by 2 for the duration. So once that's hit, you're well, with us we're gonna be like 1 or 2 speed every round, so that kind of sucks. So we need to do 11 damage. Can we just kill him? Probably. We'll do a strong attack. We will not do a strong attack. 2 to 3 plus 1 to 4, but it's 50% more. I don't even know. We could do some math to see if that's enough, but... The question is, do I want to try to block that 3 to 4? Or do I want to just kill this guy for sure? I think we just kill this guy for sure. Actually, this could work. If that's enough to make sure he's dead, then we'll be stronger for the next round. Alright, well we could have, you know, we probably wasted an attack or something, but that's fine. Alright, so... They're gonna heal themselves. Pierce and then slash. We've got the bonus strength. I don't know how this guy got bonus strength. Oh, he killed somebody. There you go, that makes sense. This is for the rest of the scene. +1. I guess the scene is like a turn. So anyway, we've got +2 strength, +1 strength, and he's coming at my guy who's a little bit injured. It would be nice to hit, if possible, with piercing. But I don't have a lot of that. I guess we just use a focus strike here. And then we've only got 2 points. I guess we just go for a double thrust. It's piercing, so there's a reasonable chance we'll stagger this guy. And it's 3 to 6 instead of 1 to 4. So that should be pretty good. Good dice. Wow, yeah, this guy's dead. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to use these to get another quest done, but yeah. This one went really, really well. This is like... Whether it was good decisions, good equipment, or just lucky. What was the button? There's a button that just auto... peek. Doesn't even really matter what we do. They're super dead. Okay, cool. Cooks be dead. And we get jacks and Pierre books. No symbols. What a bunch of nutcases. It's best not to interact with the likes of them. At least they were more well-mannered than you. Well, here's a word of wisdom for our still naive Miss Librarian. If you meet a polite and well-mannered person in the Backstreet Boys, run for your life. Not all lunatics are polite, but people But polite people tend to be lunatics. You hear that, chat? Polite people are the lunatics. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with politeness. And here's another word of wisdom. Lunatics always exist in any given group of people, so there's no point in using any criteria to divide people into groups to see which is more insane. Also that... it's a little pessimistic, but I believe you. What a load of bull. Alright, well... those were the 2 books we needed for Yasad. So, convenience. And that'll be another abnormality. That'll get him his two character slot. That was not the book we needed for Malkuth. So what, we got 3 of each? And do we need one for the next invitation? We need 1 of each. So I guess I can only burn 1 of each for cards if I need to save. So there's no way we're going to get all of these drops. Hopefully we get 1 Jack and 1 Pierre page. We'll see. We got neither. So we got some random guys. But we didn't get Jack or Pierre. And then we got some of their moves. Alright, well let's just keep going, I guess. It's only 20 minutes into an episode. Let's see what Yasad's fight looks like. The Book of Forsaken Murderer. Okay, back to abnormalities. Yeah, you don't get any prep for these, so I think you're just guaranteed to lose the first time as we get harder abnormalities, because they seem to have, like the last one we did was the match girl, and you had to have the right moves, the right cards, or there's just no way. But, you know, maybe we get lucky. So what have we got? Completely immune to blunt, basically. And piercing is the best for stagger. So you want to... Well, he's only got 40 hit points, but 25 stagger resistance is quite a lot. He deals double stagger damage. And... Fear. All dice lose 4 power when the character has status. So the trick is to get some status on him. And then his cards are much, much weaker. Well, we'll see if we have anything with statuses. Alright, so he's going to go for block, blunt attack. Which will do... Oh yeah, we're toast. So you saw it is fatally weak to blunt. So there's no way he wins this, I don't think. If this guy does blunt damage, you know, we lose. Block. So do we have any triple attack? Slash pierce. I mean, that's the only thing we can do, is hope that we beat him on the dice roll. We don't have anything that causes status effects. Yeah, so without knowing what you need, you just... Yeah, it's just a random... So we got a little lucky on the dice there. Worked out, at least. We didn't take any damage, but we didn't do very much either. We just got him down to 19. Alright, what's next? So he's going to do the same thing. I don't have the same kind of card to block. So the only way I have any chance of avoiding the 1 to 3 blunt damage is if I use the light defense, but 1 to 2 versus 1 to 3 not great. Maybe we just go for... Well, the blunt does nothing. Yeah, the problem is a lot of my cards have, you know, stagger blunt damage. Well, I mean, again, like I said, I don't think it matters. I think we'll have to specifically make a build to counter this guy, but we'll see. There's always a possibility you'd roll high enough on the random numbers, but I doubt it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, now we're dead. Finally use one of his stronger cards. There's no way. 5 to 7, 5 to 7, 5 to 7. I'll see if I can survive the first couple attacks, but... Nope, not even one. Cool! Yeah, I don't think this is... I'm not a huge fan of how abnormalities play out, I gotta say. You basically have to try them and then build a counter. So... all we care about is being resistant to blunt damage. I don't think we've got anybody that's specifically resistant, but at least normal will be required. Almost everyone's weak to blunt. Super. Alright, so one of the robots again, as always. Also, 25% chance to shock them. That'll make his stuns much weaker. Looks like the robots are the way to go once again. Okay. And then, let's see. What kind of cards do we want? So, things that do bludgeoning are useless. I forget. I think piercing was better than slashing. Maybe I'll start with... well... 0 cost with bleed. That seems decent. Because once he's got a status effect, he should be much, much weaker. So that's okay. Double pierce. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's good for a low level, like a 1 cost. Bring 2 of those. I got a bunch of cheap cards. Now we'll look for some better cards. Higher damage. Let's see. Those are all really low numbers, though. I don't know about that one. Chop it off. A little bit of healing. This is one of the newer cards we got. I mean, the more things that inflict status effects, the better. Even though the bludgeoning's not going to do anything, maybe having that paralysis, a bit of pierce and a bit of paralysis might be worth it. I think this is better. I don't see why we'd take anything besides that. It's the highest damage and also causes the status effect. And finally, more status effects. That seems pretty good. Well, wait. It does do blunt. Maybe. Let's see if I can find something better. Pierce, slash, double slash with healing. Oh, it's back to the 2 points. Right. Oh, I don't have very many 3 cost. I see. Alright, well, I'll bring a couple of those then. And then finally, wasn't there a card? What was it called? The one that increased your strength. That one seemed pretty good. This one. Because, like, I could see using this and then a big 3-pointer. I don't know. With only 1 character, probably not what we need. We need... something cheap. Sure. Let's take one there. Okay, that's, you know, it's probably good enough. Let's give this another try. This just seems like a lot of setup for every abnormality. And I feel like this is going to be a lot worse once we get the hard stuff. But, whatever. We'll give this a try. Alright, so block. We can open up with one of these right off the bat, and that'll get him bleeding. That's my only ability that will theoretically stop the 1 to 3 damage. Not that that's very much, but... 1, 2, 3. Good. So now he's bleeding. Got his status ailment. So he should be... He should be feared? All dice lose 4 power when the character has status effects. I feel like that should apply. We got him halfway to staggered as well. I think if we do this again, we might just stagger him straight up. Close. Ah, we got the 25% paralyze. So, poor guy. So now he does his big attack. In theory, though, those are 1 to 3 rather than 5 to 7. So we'll take a little bit of damage, but if we hit him, as long as we win the first one, he'll be staggered. So that's why we'll use the big attack first. There you go. And that should be a win. And now it shouldn't really matter what we do. Right. -4 from fear, and then -3 to the max. Yeah. Paralyze plus fear is, well, pretty crippling. Alright, so what has he got? 14 hit points. He can't do anything. Everything does bonus damage. I guess I'll use my strongest that I've got. So yeah, I mean, it made it look pretty easy on the second time, but I did already have to build a counter, because the first round was basically impossible, and then the second one was, well, not a big deal. Alright, some more abilities when we're in the Technological Sciences division. Blunt attack inflicts bind and paralysis. Blunt dice stronger, speed is slower. Minimums -1, maximums +3. Okay. Damn, check out how orderly these books are organized. The compulsion is almost scaring me at this point. Your clothes are still slovenly. He straightens Roland's attire once again. Right, yeah, I appreciate that. But it's kind of awkward, to be honest. Proper attitude of the mind begins a well-conducted body. Well, yeah, alright, thanks, I already said. What is your business this time? Nothing unusual, just got some books and some questions. Heard from Malkuth that the librarians here used to be humans long ago. Is that true? Yes. Were you all seasoned brawlers in your past lives? Like the ringleaders and syndicates? Although my intuition as a fixer is telling me otherwise. Your observation would be correct. None of us live such a violent life. Save for a couple of exceptions, that is. Missed. I knew it. How are you so skillful at dealing with guests, then? It's thanks to the books. We gain powers of the previous guests through their books. Oh, right. That's why you kind of grow stronger with every book. In the library, books act as a source of power. Emotions can do the same. Through the books, we can imbue our own bodies with the senses and strengths that were engraved in others' bodies. Moreover, the library can amplify the emotions of its denizens. It acts upon visitors and residents alike. Wow, yeah, this is what we've been doing for the last few episodes. These books are a lot more impressive than I thought. Heck, they might even be better than the surgeries and tools most workshops have to offer. Information is one thing, but this could be a real moneymaker. You think in secular terms. Just call it the pathetically tearful survival instincts of a man who's lived most of his life in poverty, will ya? Anyway, that's all for my questions. Thank you for your kind answers. Kind. Don't mistake this for kindness. I do not particularly think highly of you. You are nothing more than Angela's little lapdog. Yeah. Does that necessarily exempt you from guiltiness, though? Now, if you're done with your errands, kindly take your leave. That's more appropriate. That little piece of... He was being far too kind to Yasad. If only he knew what we had to deal with last time. Alright. So, more requests. Complete an act after 3 librarians have emotions. More books. 3rd episode of Malkuth. So we've got to do this before that. Well, 2 and 3, I guess. Let's see. Well, for the future tubers, I'm thinking what I might do next is take a little break. I should probably redo this one and get some more of their cards, because it seems like now that we're in the Urban Myth tier, the card drops are much stronger than what we had from before. So all the stuff we can get off these guys seems to be better, plus we never got the guide to District 23, which we could have got. We only got these 2 last time. And we never got the pages for those 2 either, so I think we should probably redo that fight before we go here. Once or twice. And I'm just going to do that. Well, the live streamers will see it, but the future tubers, you'll just have to believe me when I say I'm just going to redo this once or twice. So, yeah, I think that's a good point to end it. Also, I should probably start naming these extra dudes. So, Tim and Yuri, when we come back, might have some names from chat or something. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, Future Tubers. I hope you've enjoyed. We have now completed 3 abnormalities. And we'll see what comes next. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day. Alright. So let's customize these guys a little bit at least. Or at least their names. Now, I suppose one thing we could do here that's easy is there was a Twitch sub right at the beginning of the stream. So I think at the very least we can do that. Assuming I've got the name right, or the spelling right. That looks okay. So Squatch Emil can be our next employee. And, yeah, I mean, for character, I mean, I don't want to spend, like, hours here on all these, library newbie. I hope you get some new prefixes and suffixes later on. We could spend all day changing dialogues and facial facial appearance and everything. Is there like a randomize button? Because that's what I used to do. Yeah. Until I found something that was acceptable. Looks like that's just your height. It feels like the color and stuff doesn't change, right? Like it's just changing the face. So you're just always stuck with this color. But, yeah, I mean, maybe one day I'll spend more time customizing everybody, but this has never been my favorite thing, spending hours tweaking little things like that. We'll stick with the name primarily, and then we'll see about adding other stuff later. And then that leaves us one more new person. And I do see someone else in chat who's probably been a sub for a fairly long time. So, we'll give them some preference here. Thornham wants to go on Yasad's floor? Okay, well, maybe we'll get to you next. But, I I do see a little BlueAnkylo symbol over on the YouTube one. So we got one Twitch sub and one YouTube sub, whatever we call them. Is it just me or like 90% of the hairstyles kind of feminine? It's no big deal. It just seems like that's a classic, right? The little feather hair. I remember that one from the other game. Employees that somehow survived the adventures in Lobotomy Corp. Eyes wide shut. You could do that. Yeah. Don't believe it. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And that's how tall you are. Alright. And then, yeah, I mean, that should be fine. Everyone's getting to be pretty tall by the looks of it. Alright, so that'll do for a couple names for now. It does feel like this is, we're unlocking people much slower, so it's not as easy as it was last time around to add a whole bunch of viewers. Okay, so... no, not this one. Now, last time I had Roland and Blue and they won. I don't know if it was random luck or what, but we'll just start with them again. Seems it worked last time. I don't have to change anything. And they're gonna paralyze and bleed. They're gonna kill me. I could try to dodge. There's a chance. I'm kind of feeling like I should just try to quick battle, but you never know. Well, that worked pretty well. Unfortunately, I am paralyzed and bleeding now, right? Yeah. But I guess if we can kill this guy on the first turn, or the second turn, things are alright. .21 hit points. There's a decent chance. Yeah, we should have him. No problem. Hey, we got that guidebook this time. Alright, we can throw some stuff on people. Gonna auto battle here, I think. Yeah, we used auto battle a bit last time. It worked pretty well. It seemed like they picked respectfully decent options. Besides, like 90% of this decision making is a random roll between 1 and 5 or something, so you can't account for rolling a 2 on a 2 to 4 or something. Anyway, that was a nice quick win, no big deal. We might do that one more time, we'll see. So we got the new book, and then a whole bunch of Pierres. Let's burn some of these. Burn one of those. Bunch of Pierres. Hoping to get the page for Pierre and Jack. At least one of each. There, we got 2 Jacks, 3 Jacks, and 1 Pierre. 2 Pierres. Okay, that's pretty good. But I kind of feel like these new cooking-based pages might be stronger than the ones we had before. So now we got a decent stack of them. I might do that fight just one more time, to be honest. Do we have... The new book we got was not the one Malkuth wanted. Or Yasad. So either way, that doesn't make much difference. Yeah, we'll just do that one more time real quick. It's also kind of nice in the sense that if you have just set your guys up to win this fight, you don't have to change your setup to retry it over and over again. So I guess if you're going to grind it, you should do it right after you figure out a way to win. Although I didn't get very good starter cards here, to be honest. That's pretty bad. This might be a little bit worse. Just because we had kind of poor start. Yeah, we're not getting very strong things right off the bat. But maybe we charge up for next turn. This one's pretty good, though. If we could at least stun this guy, that's what I want to see. Just barely. Unfortunately, we are also stunned. So much for my my +2 strength, right? We just completely wasted it. They're stunned, but I don't have any good attack cards. So much for that. We probably lose this one or something now. It's kind of like playing a collectible card game. There's also, like, which cards do you get? And if you never get the ones you need for your combo, then, well, you lose. However, I don't really have anything I'm happy with here. The goal is to kill him before he kills one of my guys. Oh, wow. I didn't think we'd one-shot him. Hey there, girl. I'm gonna say, now that we've got the advantage in numbers, I'm just gonna start auto-battling. There we go, we got this. It's all over. First playthrough indeed. Alright, so that fight, yeah, I think the enemies get a little bit of a power up, but overall they're not that bad still. We'll do a little bit of burning, just to get some more attack cards if I ever need them. I mean, I'm not going to be replaying this game 5 times in a row or anything. Don't get your hopes up that high. That's not the kind of streamer I am. It kind of has to be good the first time I play through, or else we won't be playing it again. Alright, so we got a bunch of new cards. That's fine. I think we'll go back to recording another episode for whatever's next. Repeating the receptions. Yeah, we've already figured out the random drop grind. I'm not a huge fan of that abnormality. You go in blindly and then you definitely lose and then you build a counter. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided 100% yet, but my first impression is not as good as Lobotomy Corp. Let's yeah, let's just go to the next one. It also there's a lot of micromanagement equipping decks and stuff, which I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of just yet. But anyway, let's see what the story takes us. Hello, Storytime Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Library of Ruina. Last episode, we did an abnormality for Yasad, and we've unlocked David and Squatchmill, a couple long-term viewer of the channel. We will continue to add more as we eventually get slots. For now, though, we got more invitations. So, new area. Looks like it's just one round of combat, and requiring 2 of our books from the last place. got fixers again. Oh boy, more random people with swords. I don't know if I like just how much time they spend on these random people that... I mean, I guess they've got little stories in the background going on, but for the most part, they're just random jerks from the back streets that we kill. I don't know. Why is our office so unpopular with clients? Our office is officially designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate, too. And the crime rate of territory secured by the Streetlight office remains a remarkable 0% as long as the contract is in effect. We only cover 2 blocks, at most. And we'll eventually get work if we wait. Yeah, sure, you can keep waiting for the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office. Never thought you'd have what it takes to move to a bigger office. Unlike you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand? Your mother must be too busy being a legendary fixer or whatever, while I have friends who can help me get right away. Yeah, some great fixer you are. Yeah. Why, thanks. I know I'm great. Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you? Guys, I have work for you. Fighting again, huh? This SOB ate the cake without even asking. The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it. That's all. Yeah. Woo, it was my cake. So mad. Anyway, boss, what about work? Don't change it. I'm not going to voice act some girl that's mad about somebody that ate her cake. I'll get you another cake, so calm down, alright? But, cake! Yeah, it's not an anime, man. It's not an actual anime. I'm still rather skeptical about it, but I got this one from a friend of mine at the association. You mean the association fixer working directly under the Zwei? Yeah, her. The Han Association is yet to consider this request a subject that needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? No, some stories. We overheard the rats talking about it. Said the books in that place have tremendous value or something. No one has ever taken a book out of my library. I don't know how anyone thinks that this is true. Everyone that we tell the books are valuable dies. So, like, it's... Yeah, people just go there to die, but supposedly there are these rumors about these books, sure. See, I retrieved an invitation to that library from my friend I just mentioned. But we might not get much payment from the request if it's off the record. And it won't count towards our official career either. Such as it is, the association is trying to remain cautious. Are we finally going to walk right into this place we know nothing about? Are we really going? Yeah, just come to your death. It's fine. She did promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request, if everything goes down well. Surely it was a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do it! Fine. I guess we have no choice. It's still too uncertain, but we need the money. We haven't been too busy lately. Thanks, everyone. We'll get through this like always. Like everyone else that's disappeared into the library and died. Zwei, Hana? They're talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into the fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixer associations in the city, each in charge of different types of work. It's like 12 gyms for Pokemons. And cases and requests are all sorted according to type and sent to one of the associations. Associations manage offices? You can just Google it, man. You're supposed to be a library. That's right. Sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices. I feel like this is the world building that I'm not really a big fan of. Because it spends like I don't want to go on a rant, but the game is spending an awful lot of time explaining minutia of how organizations work in a city with different layers. Like, do people really care about offices and associations? And like, just tell me what fixers are and what they do, and that's fine. I don't care if there's 12 gym leaders we have to kill. Okay, so Hana Association is in control of the fixers. They grade them and stuff. So they're the fixer league officers, whatever. It's fine. Do offices have grades as well? I don't care, man. Sure. This is a really good office, and this, yeah. No. I really don't care. Yeah. I'm sorry, people who love the story of this game. I'm just not getting into it here. You get a number that tells you if you're better or worse than the person you're talking to. Yep. You're a rank 1 fixer. It's like a elite soldier. She's never going to interact with anyone. She's just going to kill people unless they do what she says. What do you... Haven't you figured this out yet, Roland? She's some crazy AI that just does what she wants. Alright, guess we're really desperate to think we take on a job like this to walk into a random library and take a book. Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all. I know. Do you really have to point out that getting a book is difficult? Now, cool it down, guys. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies. Excuse me, I wanted cake. Yeah. Alright, let's just go die. Yeah, let's go die. Oh, hi, guests. Number 5. No, we're up to like 10 visits or so. You seem to all know each other. Welcome to dying. Yes, there's no need to be so wary. You'll be dead in a minute or two. It's okay, Curl. You don't have to try to explain all the fixer rules. I really don't care what anime titles they want to give each other. It doesn't make any difference. I'm San. I'll be dying shortly. We have an invitation, so yeah. Oh, you have a question? Wait, no one has ever asked a question before. I actually retrieved this invitation from someone else, not from you. Are we still eligible? Of course you are. Anyone can come get killed in my library. Indeed, the invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name to it. That's all I need. Huh. May you find your book. Yeah, she's so nice. She's not a human. Yeah, I mean, this is everyone says the exact same thing, is she's not really a person and there's something weird about her. But anyone who played the Lobotomy Corporation knows there's something weird about Angela, so you don't have to explain it 20 more times. Also, we already know that she's an AI. And one that looks like a human. There's too much dialogue in this game. I'm sure they were trying to go for something when they did all this. I'm not trying to bash the devs, but they're saying the same thing too many times in a row. Alright, let's get to the combat section. Hopefully this will be more fun. And then I just don't care about these 3 people at all. So, you know, they've got some new stuff. We could preemptively read all of their abilities. I almost wish I just had like a... You know, sometimes I complain about auto generation, but this is the time when I actually maybe would prefer if there was like an auto build a deck. Especially once we're bringing 3 and multiple groups of 3 librarians, just be like, just build me a deck. I don't know if I want to do it every single time. So, I mean, these are the guys I usually use. I could try to find better cards. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Unless it's an abnormality. If it's an abnormality, you can't change cards. But we've... You know, you just joined recently, Kuro. I've already spent time re-equipping people at that screen before. It's totally fine. I understand. Alright, so let's fight it out. So, weak against piercing, weak against blunt, not weak against anything? Wow. That's pretty nice. So, Mars is pretty good. I like this guy. We'd probably leave him for last then. So then, blunt. Oh, this guy's got flashing slash. Right. So slash works real good. Piercing's okay. It's not updating my click here. No, I want to click this guy. The interface, there's definitely got to be a couple little bugs here. This bit, this isn't working. Okay, so Sam. Well, anyway, he's weak to blunt, and then Lulu's weak to slashing. I don't know why I can't select him and then go up there, but whatever. Fine. Just remember, blunt and slashing. What have we got? Slashing. Oh, everyone's gonna try to beat up on poor Roland today. Well, let's just see if we can kill this right away. Wow. Wow. So I wasted an action because I didn't expect to just immediately murder that girl. Alright, well then I guess we go bludgeoning on Sam next. We got a double wallop. And let's see. So we don't want to use slashing on this guy. Gonna just do a light attack. Wow. Really bad start. Okay, so our roll, the first time we rolled really well. Second round, we rolled just terribly. So most of our attacks got countered because... But I mean, 1 to 6, how do you know? How do you know? Alright, well, he's gonna attack... He's probably... Okay, so we're probably screwed now. Because they're gonna both go... Well... I guess it's 5 to 5, so I have to do more bludgeoning damage. I have to win the first... I have to clash and win, or else we get staggered, basically. I don't have any blunt on the first attack. And we're probably dead. We had a really good start and then a really bad second round, and I don't think... I mean, we'll try 3 to 6. I mean, there's a reasonable chance we win that, but... We're also quite weak to slash anyway, so if we get staggered, we're done. And then the other fight, we could try to counter, maybe. Or we could try to focus this guy down. Well, we're in the same situation here with Roland, where 6 damage will stun him. And it's pretty likely that with those two, they'll add up to 6. Or at least it's... There's a good chance. If I counter the second one, maybe even block the third one, sure. Okay, good luck. Yep. 1 good round, 1 bad round, 1 good round. There's such a variance. Like, I think if there's anything that I'm gonna not like as things get more difficult, it's just the crazy amount of variance where you can pick the right attack, and if it rolls minimum, you just lose, and if you roll maximum, it's over instantly. It's a incredibly wide range. So anyway, the goal here is to do 4 stagger and then win. And slashing is the weakest, so I guess we just try a thrust. We only need 4 damage. But that will not interrupt. So if I understand correctly, if you're tied, he just goes first, basically, and does whatever he wants. So tie means the player loses. Big block, 1 to 4. 3 to 6 versus 3 to 4. It's not going to stagger him, though. 2 to 6 to dodge. I mean, I'm probably thinking about this too much at this point. Let's just go on defense. The defense sort of worked. Wow. Oh, no, that was us attacking him. I thought we failed our... Yeah, no. Alright. Looks like we win. Mainly, they seem to have, like, less HP than we do. So even if their cards are a little bit better, they still go down quicker. And we're still pretty far away from being able to manipulate emotions, I find, to really stack it up. Ah, they're still rookies. No, they're dead. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I guess this will be a no, they're dead. It's not a lesson for anyone that's dead and never returns. You talk as if you're used to all this. Oh, I've already grown past that phase. And some more, too. Forming bonds aren't bad, per se. It's just too much risk associated with it. I'll never have a real friend. And then at the end of the game, he's going to learn the value of friendship and use the powers of emotion and friends to defeat something. Probably her. Yeah. It is ironic that people who aren't even mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing people. The floor of literature. Oh, are we getting a new floor here? Literature, huh? This has got to be the most unfitting category for the city. Hi, I'm Hod, in charge of the floor of literature. She's got a little dress now. She doesn't look... Well, of all the ones, she might look the most different so far. Alright, Hod. You guys keep it under control there in chat. Also, hey there, Antian. Hey, I'm Roland, helper. Angela's little helper. I see. Don't tell me, do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against her? I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. But we made a deal, so we're obliged to help her without complaint. Did you agree to not complain? Come on. Oh boy, future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela, as they should. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation? Same thing she's doing here, kidnapping people and killing them and not following instructions. She's done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past. How would he be surprised? The first thing she did was tear off all of his arms and legs and then rebuild him as a machine that can't leave the library. Tortured him to death, and then said, yeah, you're stuck here forever, you're my slave. And if you don't listen to me, I won't even kill you, I'll just torture you for eternity. And he's like, oh, what could he have done? What could she have done that people don't like her? Like, what? The murder does not apply? Like, she's terrible. I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library. Yeah, just a little. Can all of this even be resolved? Burn it down. I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the results. After all, there's a clear end to this deal. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you'll find out, or get betrayed at the last second and die. What do you think will happen? This is already frustrating. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all just be friends? No, you cannot. Among the books you bring, I will be sorting those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, you might be able to find the answers to your questions, whether you like it or not. I'm finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech. Really? Alright, fine. I'm going to dig into the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten into the mess. Good luck, Mr. Roland. Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. Smiley face emoji. Alright, we have another librarian. Hod is unleashed upon the world. There you go, there she is. She is the literature's patron librarian. Gotta add all those words in there. Excellent. Unfortunately, I kind of wish they had their own stats besides just the baseline terrible stats. Because this means we're always going to have to equip a key, and it just completely overwrites 90% of their artwork. So you'll never see this again, basically. If we ever use her, we're going to cover her all up. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this key page business. I'm undecided. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. What else should we do today? Well, she needs a book. Yasad needs a book. Malkuth needs a book, and then that'll get us... She's already got... We've done enough abnormality uses that we can do her next quest. Assumedly, this might unlock Yasad's. And then this one requires us to unlock another floor, which is just more invitations, I think. This library is going to look suspiciously like a tree, isn't it? Did we get some books to burn? Yeah. Well, a little. So we get Mars. I get the feeling we're probably going to have to go grind that last battle a bit more, because I don't think I got all the stuff. Our summer game. I hope it lasts. I don't know, man. I don't yet see what people love about this game yet. So far, it seems like a poor successor to Lobotomy Corp for me. Even though we're still pretty early on. I know there's lots more to learn, but it's not living up to my expectations just yet. Let's see. So if we redid this, okay, this is multi-stage. Oh, it's only the one book. So okay, we wouldn't. So even though there was 3 people, we could only get the Book of Mars. So I didn't actually miss much on that then. We did get a Mars page, and you can kind of see. I have no idea what those numbers mean in front of the cards on the left there. We've tried a couple times to figure those out, but okay, so that's fine. Let's do another invitation, I guess. Try to get another one done this episode. Well, hopefully it gets better, Thornham, because if it's 100 hours of equipping people and swapping out cards and then losing to abnormalities until you figure out the counters to it all, I don't know if I'll make it, but I'll try. I'll try. Right, so invitation. Also, we're getting pretty close to our next level of notoriety. Let's see where this takes us. How are these 2 not dead? These were the people... No, they were all there. How did they get out of there alive? Right? Weren't all 3 of these people in the library when we killed them? We're taking our hands off of the library because we died. They ran away. They ran away after we murdered them in combat? It's one of those things in a library that you can't leave from? After they signed the thing that says they'll die if they don't succeed on finding their book? Everyone else that's gone into the library has died without being allowed to escape. It's kind of weird. Anyway, we got out somehow, and we sent a report to the Zwei, sure. What about Mars? Yeah, well, he's dead. Good. I really am sorry. You can blame me. Yeah. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat. That's why we carry around these big swords. And kill people. We're peacekeeping murderers. Did I stream last summer? Yeah, that was something about that. Yeah, I've had a hard time this last year or two. The streams have not been as consistent. We did do all the EVO evolution type games somewhere last year, and there was Xenonauts at some point and all that. Too many games that go on for hundreds of hours. Fire Emblem was sometime last year, I think, or at least the attempt. Okay, peacekeepers. There's a cake in the fridge. Was that you, boss? Nope. See ya. Alright. You guys can just read along some of this stuff. I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. I don't know why I... Is this something wrong with me? I just don't care about these people. They show up. They usually just die. She really likes cake. Okay. Yeah, Mars got turned into a book, I guess. Alright, so she's had her anime power up. She's gained a power level. She's probably, we'll take out our scope and read. She's probably like power level like 50 or something though. She's no Goku. Oh, that's really heartbreaking. Oh, sheesh. Wish I hadn't seen that. Yeah, I mean, that's funny. You shouldn't have bonds or anything. No friendship allowed. Well, that's that, and this is this. Still, reacting to every bit of loss is a waste of energy. Everybody lives with burdens to bear. I have my share of unfortunate events, like being torn apart by you, and so do other people. It's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. What? I didn't want to hear her crying about her dead friend. I didn't consent. Okay, emotional baggage. That's when you know your story's off the rails. Yeah. Don't overexpress your blah blah. Okay, by not, like, this is it. By... So, okay, never mind. I'm on Angela's side. This sounds even more tiring. Talking about being overwhelmed by emotions and how people are oversharing while oversharing your emotions about how you're tired of other people. Yep. Yep. Just get your books. Sure, as soon as you're useless, I'll get rid of you. And the more you talk about recursive emotional overloading, then definitely getting rid of you. Yeah, you'd be a useful servant, ma'am. Okay. Oh, she's back. Well, there was 3 of you last time. I'm not sure how it's going to go any different with 1 of you. Shut up! I don't need a greeting from despicable piece of junk. Well, she's mad. I'm here for the book. If I get the book, kill all the monsters, blow your head clean off. Right, peacekeepers. I see. See how peaceful they are? I'm afraid your third statement's going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest. I said shut it! Alright, librarians, murderer. No, she still brought a friend. Oh, wait, she brought multiple friends. What's going on? So she didn't come alone at all, like it looked like. So she brought a couple sword friends, and then she'll be on the second act. Although we can't see her yet. Alright, whatever, let's just see what happens. Okay. So rando number 1 is weak against being slashed, and rando number 2 is also weak against getting slashed. Fair enough. That's all I need to know. These guys look pretty weak. Slash them to death. I want to get rid of these light defense cards. I don't like those very much anymore. No need for defense, just go offense. Let's just focus fire. Yeah, that'll probably kill him. Excellent. Alright, backstreet fixers. Oh, someone mentioned you could see what cards will drop or something. I should try to look at that. I guess it's just what emotional state they're in, and then you can get some information if you hover over it. It doesn't seem to really make a whole lot of difference at this point, but yeah, we assumed as this goes up you get better drops, so. Alright. Oh, you're super strong. Blunt, blunt. They're even weak to blunt. Good decision. We could try to, like, block it or something. I don't know. Sure. And then you slash slash. Heck yeah. Fail to block. Doesn't even matter. Alright, well that one was pretty chill. I guess Roland nearly died, but halfway or so. Alright. And now even more rando people show up. So she brought 4 friends with her. And then we've got Lulu, who I'm not sure if she's stronger than last time, but still weak to getting sliced up. So I guess that little bar in the back must be their HP. I would prefer it just showed you their current HP here rather than making you guess. But okay. Sure. I'm glad you guys enjoy the game at least. So we could just switch over to one of our other areas, right? Because we can do that. And the problem is I haven't set these guys up. So Squatchameel needs a deck and a page. So we have to go do that. He needs one of these. Okay, so the weakest are at the bottom, stronger at the top. Is there anybody in here that has any kind of special abilities? Yeah, a couple. So 50 hit points and regenerates, or bonus damage to people bleeding. You could make some interesting combos with some of that. I guess Jack and Pierre are kind of the strong ones from this group, so normal, normal, fatal, normal, weak, fatal. So Pierre's got the advantage in resistances. Also, they're faster with the 2 to 4 dice. Jack's got a bit more HP. 10 HP heals for kills, or honestly, probably regenerating 2 per round is fair. We'll try that. I gotta make them a deck now. Combat. There's not really a common weakness. Slashing is okay. Piercing is really good. Slashing is decent. So, I don't really like this. This is too much hassle to get set up. This is just gonna take so much time. Slash pierce. Take a couple level 3 offensive abilities. Blunt. This is one of everything. 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 1 to 3. I guess this is a little stronger overall. So 3 expensive cards, and then 2 or 3 medium expense. Piercing and slashing, and healing. Deal. We don't really care about blunt damage. Kind of nice. Big evasion, or random invasion. It's hard to say evasion if it'll work. I do like overpower. I think that's one of the better 2-point cards I've got right now. Starting with 5 to 6 is really nice for a first round. Other than that, we'll get some cheap ones in here just in case. I guess thrust. It's kind of boring. Three to 4, and then a huge evasion. Sure. Do you have any cool 0-cost cards? Restores light. Oh, paralyzes yourself, right? I don't like that one very much. A piercing with bleed for free. That's not the worst either. Also, minimum of 3 damage does cover a fair number of attacks. You can kind of counter. Whatever. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so we're tied. So they're gonna go do... Right, so let me just... So piercing... So piercing in the front and slashing in the back. Okay. Piercing in the front. I still have all these stupid bludgeoning. Because I didn't switch over Malkuths. Only Squanchy Mills. Imagine spending twice as long getting everyone geared up, though. I still think the goal is generally to focus fire one person down quickly if you can. Could go with the cheap one. Save focus strikes for the back row, maybe? I don't know. These guys are all pretty weak, though. It's likely we can just rush them down, especially if they get staggered. Alright, let's see what happens. We did not get the stagger. We're still looking good. Okay, so if we can finish that person off. So they're all focusing on Malkuth, who didn't take very much damage. So she's going to try maybe to counter this guy a bit. Everything is bludgeoning. Boo. Well, that's what I get for not customizing everyone's deck perfectly. Wow, that's bad. Please get the kill. Alright, good. We could use one of these. I haven't had it. This is the first time I've seen a red one pop up, actually. The first two combat pages... Oh, this is complicated. Can I just take a not complicated one? When hit, burns the attacker. Offensive die, inflict burn. Cool. Let's give it to the person who's not going to die immediately. Alright, well, they really beat up on Malkuth there. Also, 5 burn probably just means she dies. Not quite, but they'll probably be able to kill her. I don't really see how we save her. So we just got to try to rush this guy down. They're paralyzed and also strengthened, but hopefully we can... Sheesh, strong strike, that's good. But paralyze brings it down a bit. Oh, it's hasted, not strengthened. That's why they're so fast. Well, we think we just... Can we go with this one? Dang it! Well... We might lose this. I actually think we're going to lose. We absolutely need this one to die right now. But, yeah, we're dead. Well, that's great. So they finally stole a book. Because I didn't spend long enough building up my counter deck. Oh, well, I mean, we're not actually dead. I thought they would just kill me right there, but... I mean, I'm pretty sure we're still dead, but... Whatever. There's no way we win this one-on-one already with 17 hit points left. Well... How did Lulu take all that damage? She's down to 4-2. Maybe I shouldn't give up yet. How the heck? Look at those huge defenses, though. I guess she just burns herself to death? Is that what's been going on? Seems like not the smartest build. We only need 4 damage. It's close. 3 to 5 versus 3 to 5. You could go with the random with a little bit of recovery. Maybe she just burns herself to dead and we try to heal ourselves. Maybe. So we did win. I guess she just killed herself. Alright, well, that was probably the closest we've had outside of the abnormalities. I feel like the main thing is I didn't spend an extra 10 minutes building a counter to her deck, which is kind of sad. Poor Malkuth. But we did get a new headband. Basically nothing. 2% chance to do. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of stuff, so I mean, I'm glad we won. Are you feeling any guilt or strong emotions? No. I've seen plenty of these cheap tragedies. Also been torn apart before. Ah, you sound like a seasoned veteran for someone who introduced himself as a washed-up fixer. I have my reasons. What are you, curious? You said it's a rude thing to do, didn't you? Besides, I could simply turn you into a book and read your story if I wanted. Whoa, now, let's not do that. How about you? I'm curious to know what our head librarian thinks. Me? I don't care. Relationships and scripted deaths are boring. I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own time to die. I mean, sure, they all read the warnings and agree, but it's still a little dirty, you know. You're unkillable, I can revive. Again with that, I thought you said my method is fair. It totally is not. Yeah, you aren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things. Just more fair than other terrible things. Alright, well, we can do another abnormality for Hod. That'll probably wait till next episode. Okay, I just want to double check if I missed anything on the book list here. Oh, we need our library grade to go up to continue. Interesting. So yeah, there's 3 books. Backstreet, Streetlight, Book of Lulu. Backstreet Fixer 1. We might have that already. Streetlight Office and Book of Lulu. What do we have? Okay, we do have that. Got the Book of Lulu. I guess we're missing the other one. Whatever that was called. Random drops. They're delicious. Streetlight Office, I think, is the one we missed. Yeah. Hard to know. So basically, one way or the other, we're going to have to redo that one no matter what. Got a whole bunch of these at this point. We'll see what Lulu gives us. Okay, a bunch of her friends. We did not get Lulu herself, though. We got some of those flaming attacks. I mean, they did seem pretty strong. Those are pretty good cards for 1 cost. 3 to 4, 1 to 8, 3 to 3 with burn. Those seem pretty good. And the burn could do 3 to 6 if you win on the 2nd level. So, yeah, I mean, these seem pretty good. But yeah, we did not get Lulu's page. Just her friends. Alright, well, we'll have to do that later. I'll do that part off camera at some point. I mean, we very nearly lost it, so it's kind of an annoying one to grind at this point. But yeah, I think the next episode we will do Hod's, you know, abnormality, whatever it is. And, yeah, that'll be good. Then we'll have 2 people in every department at least. Or, floor. So for now, future tubers, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed Library of Ruina. I am trying not to complain too much, but, you know, I gotta call things out when I don't like them. Gotta be honest, you know. You can't just have a YouTuber that just says everything is amazing when it's not always amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching all that. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. All right, live tubers. We're probably going to take a short break, just a few minutes. It's quite hot in my house, so I'm going to go maybe check out the windows, and we'll try again. We had absolutely no choice, though, there, Antian. We either won when we did, or we died. So it was pure luck. The only way you would have a choice is if you had enough team members to sort of delay a couple turns or something and try to build up emotion, but that was win now and get whatever you get, or die and get nothing. So being able to see the percentage of drops is nice, but unless it goes from 0% to 100%, it's still going to be RNG. I forgot to look at it, but I'm assuming this was an option. I just did not get the random drop, but if it has some sort of special requirements, we'll look at them next time, maybe. Anyway, short break. Go say hello to the cat Ankylo, see if it's cooler outside, and I'll come back in a couple minutes. Well, live tubers, I have good news and bad news. The bad news... Well, we'll go good news first. The good news is it is actually cooling off a little bit. There's some cooler weather blowing into town. So, opening the windows and the doors was the right idea. We've had a couple hot days over here in Vancouver, but it looks like it's going to cool off and rain for the weekend. So it's nice to have a little bit of a breath of fresh air. But the bad news is someone's decided 4 in the afternoon is the perfect time to pull out a buzzsaw and cut some wood. So if you can, I don't know how much you'll pick up in the microphone, but if you hear the sound of saws and clanging and construction, it's kind of a distraction for me and might distract you guys a little bit. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't come on the mic too much, but I can certainly hear it. Pollen? I do get pretty bad allergies too. It's not the best, but when I'm recording, I'm more worried about noise than pollen for the most part. Alright, so let me just check a couple things and we'll hop back into the game. Oh, hammering too. That'll... Oh, great. Okay, so YouTube, everything's working. I gotta check my emails every so often. Ugh, being an adult sucks. Alright, nobody's dying as far as I can see. Alright. So, back to the game. What are we doing next? We're, maybe we'll do one more little grinding while we're in between recording sessions. And then when we come back, we'll do the... After we do the repeat, then we'll do the abnormality for Pond. Yeah, I think that's the sensible way to do it. Alright. So no episodes yet. Let's head back. We'll redo this last one. Because we got to try to get this office book. And I don't think we even got the Lulu page to get her equipment. So we should try it one more time. Now, the first one was pretty easy. I know Roland and Blue dealt with that one without too much trouble, so we'll sort of speed through that, and maybe I'll re-equip the second round a little bit better, because we just barely survived. Alright, so for this one... I guess I will try to hover over this. I'm assuming this shows up the first time you do the mission, because when you select an invitation for the first time, on the setup screen it doesn't tell you what the drops are until you've already completed it once. But if the in-battle one, it might tell you. We'll see. Anyway, it shows it now. So, I'm assuming for them, as their emotion goes up, they'll drop more than 2.2 copies. And for us, does it do anything? I don't even know. Alright, they want to focus on, what's her name? Me? What's his name? What's their name? Whatever. BlueAnkylo. So we're looking at piercing, if I can do it. I did not get any piercing cards, really. So, I'll try to smack that guy. Not really a lot of piercing. We should get a stun or stagger. Almost a kill. Yeah, first round, no big deal. It's the second one that's a little bit dicey. Good dice. So 5 hit points. I can try to dodge that 1 to 5 damage. Well, I can try. Let's see if that works. And then just finish this one off. 5 damage. Can't use that anyway. This is our best bet then. There you go, max damage. So that puts them into the second rank. And it's +1 book, so, I mean, good to know. They went from 2 point, well, I guess 50%, maybe 2.2 to 3.3. I'm not sure how you could get them to the 3rd emotion level. There's no one else to kill. And it's not like it tells you what you'll get for getting them to the next level anyway, so you still are just kind of just gambling on who to kill and who to keep alive at this point. So you're going to do a pretty strong attack. Especially if they win the clashes, those do a lot of damage. On the other hand, this should win the first clash. Well, there's no guarantee, but that's their best chance, I guess. And, sure. Hey, we won the first one. Game over. Well, that went better than last time. First round, I don't think we took any damage at all, so good dice, good dice. Okay, so we'll switch over to the other group again. Who did I send last time? Couldn't have been this one, must have been this group. So I think Squatchameel I kind of built up a little bit for this, but I didn't spend the time to set up Malkuth. So we're looking for slashing and piercing specifically. Can we just unequip all this stuff? And then key page. So Mars seems to be the new one that someone was recommending. I guess instead of 1 to 4, 2 to 5 is nice. Also, he is, yeah, okay, to be fair, he's got a pretty good not weak to anything. That's pretty good. +1 speed dice. Alright. Looks like we're starting to get some... It's kind of like going up a rank in Lobotomy Corp when you went from like Zayn to whatever the one after that was called. But going up all the different ranks. This seems to be like a tier up. Sure. We'll give that one a try. But still, the most important part is getting all the correct gear anyway, so... It's slashing for the back and piercing for the front, if I remember correctly. We could still do a rampage. It's a lot of damage in total. Alright, and then a couple 2s. Oh yeah, we got some new ones. It's all bludgeoning though, for now. Not great for this fight. That one seems pretty good. Pierce and slash. Also a bit of healing for yourself. That actually seems... I feel like that's a pretty good card, all in all. There's that multi-hit, which could be really good if you get the win at the beginning. I guess we know that Lulu uses the big hit on the 3rd attack. So having someone with a good dodge or something on the last against Lulu would be kind of nice. On the 3rd. I mean, 1 to 4 is not much. Getting a paralyze is kind of nice. We'll just do an interesting mix. I don't know. No idea how good it is. But let's give that a try. I feel like I spend so much time getting things set up already. I don't want to add any more. Alright. Alright, so we're going to check. speed dice slot. Oh, so you get a 2 to 5 roll twice. I assume you just take the better? I've never seen that before. Interesting. Okay, so what are they doing? They're trying to pound town, quick attack, and there's the big one. So it would be nice to not get lit on fire right at the beginning. I feel. The thing is, it's like it's guaranteed to win a 4 to 8 clash, right? Like, there's no way we win that. Yeah. I don't really see any way to stop Lulu's first fireball there. You could try smacking her after 3 to 5, 3 to 5. We might even be able to get her staggered if she's not defending, right? Let's just try to focus someone down. Focus fire! Kill her! Oh, yeah, I didn't double check. Well, one of these abilities did really make things a lot easier for us last time. I'll give it to Malkuth. She's got more hit points. Alright, so we got 1 kill. So Lulu, I wonder if her streetlight office, if the percent drops as the emotion goes up, or if it stays the same percent but more copies were dropped. Because last time we did not get any streetlight offices, and if it's just a 1 in 3 chance, then, I mean, hooray, 1 in 3 chance. Ooh, good dice. Yeah, of course they get a 6. Is that okay? We're probably going to lose the first one. Well, might be better just to go with the slashing and do a little bit of healing. She is on fire. Or even better, just to try to kill this one. So, pierce, bludgeon, bludgeon. Yeah, I'll try. Focus fire. Seemed to work. Bad luck. Bad luck. We got her staggered, so that's still okay. So I believe when Malkuth took damage, shouldn't she have returned fire when she got hit? Interesting. Alright, well this one's 14 hit points and staggered. Oh, this one does a whole bunch of self-damage too if she hits. Can we do 14 damage from here? Probably not, but we can heal up a little bit. Yeah, let's just try to win that and do a little bit of heals. Ow, there you go. Ow. Ow. Sheesh. It's pretty brutal. 6 burn. Oh. Alright. She's not going for the stagger. See, sometimes it's nice when the AI is stupid. Well, we'll survive 4 burn anyway. Slashing is good. Maybe we can, I mean, it's 3 to 5 to 3 to 5, but we have the she's weak against it, we're strong against it kind of balance. So, let's see. Bad dice. Nothing I could do. I feel like I picked the right card, but sometimes you just don't roll high enough, so. Alright, now what? Small attack. Try this again. Should work a lot better. We're definitely taking a lot of burn damage, but we actually have a fair amount of self-healing, which is kind of interesting. New thing to try. Wow, yeah, we got this. Good dice, bad dice, who knows? Oh, I didn't check the tier 3. Emotion level bonus. Book of Lulu. So we still don't have any of those office books. So does that mean we have to try this again to try to get that? I didn't pay close enough attention. It might be you get a guaranteed Lulu drop if you kill her last, whereas you get like a guaranteed the other type of book if you kill her first. But we do want to get her page. I don't think we've seen it yet, so. Seeing as Mars had a pretty good page, right? There you go. Only weak to one thing. Gets a 50% fire every time she attacks. That's pretty good. Maybe not as good as Mars, but... Should I guess the question then is, should I try to get more Mars pages? Because his seems to be really strong. We'd have to go grind that one if we needed to get more of him. I feel like I have to do this again, though, because I still didn't get the new book I'm trying to get. Still no Streetlight Office. There's only one Mars page? Oh. Okay, so how do you know that? Like, how... It says 0 out of 1. I thought we tested this before, though, and, like, you'd burn a book and the numbers just randomized. It's not like they got lower when you got more of those cards. Like, 3 out of 6 set fire, right? Let's see if we get any. We got 4. How does that work? I thought it said we had 3 out of 6, right? And then we get 4. And now we have 5 out of 6. I don't understand those numbers at all. The rewards loop once all pages are obtained. Hey there, Aaron. Oh, don't worry about missing a stream or two. Not everyone can be around at all the crazy hours Blue is awake. So, I guess what you're trying to say then is attack cards loop, but not the equipment pages. But then what's the point of saying 5 out of 6 if it's just 5 out of infinite? I'm not sure what that means. Like, everything says 5 out of 6. If I just burn 5 of them... you just get a ton of cards. See, right? So I would assume I couldn't get any more except for that set fire. But if I get... so does this mean the first card out of this is set fire, and then it just randomizes it? Like it doesn't make any... it doesn't do anything if it just keeps looping. It doesn't mean anything, is what I'm trying to say. Sure, the first one was set fire, but so was number 2 and 3. Sure, I guess it sort of makes sense, but I don't think that those numbers mean anything then. Like, the problem is, if these ones just loop infinitely, then saying there's a maximum of 6 is completely pointless. It would make more sense if it was like 4 out of infinity or something, and then when all of them got to 0, then it reset or something. Nah, I don't know. Just that's like a minor gripe, but this is like super unintuitive. And then these ones work by if these work by a different rule, in that their numbers are max and it never changes, but these ones loop. Yeah, that's a weak spot. So I'm just checking for ones that I'm not like. I don't have any McCullens apparently, so I need to get more of these books because I never got any McCullens. And I have 2 Naokis out of 4, 1 Tane, 2 Arnolds. Not that I care about getting all of them, but it's just kind of interesting, I guess. Huh. The game telling you how many are left is useful if you grind specific. I mean, if you want a deck with hundreds of the same card, I guess, but... like, it doesn't make any difference when it's 6, 6, 5, and 5. Like, that's already... I don't know when that would ever be useful, Thor. I mean... maybe if there's something that's, like, it's got, like, a rare card that's only got 1. And then you've got a bunch of 6s that kind of... you get a bunch of garbage for every 1 good card or something out of that book. That just is needlessly complicated, though. They didn't have to do it that way. Yeah, I kind of feel like the page mechanic is needlessly complicated. That's probably the word I would use, the term. There's no way I would have figured out intuitively that they're on a loop. Whereas half of them are on a loop and the other half are not. Like that, I would never guess that. Okay, unfortunately we have to try this one again for the 3rd time if I want to get the new book that I'm still trying to get. At the very least, I feel like we have to try to get all the books. Whether or not we get all the drops from the book or not. I wonder if we can just auto-battle this first one. I feel like these guys don't drop anything really good anyway. And we can probably just auto it. It would seem for this fight at least, the order you kill them in doesn't really matter, I don't think. Alright, so that'll give us some garbage books. Oh, we got to the third emotion state anyway. But I think it was the same drops as in level 2 anyways. Doesn't matter. And that's our max, is at level 3 right now. Okay, and then this is the phase where we can get the drop I'm looking for, but I keep either getting bad luck or something. I don't know. Okay, remember to look at them at the beginning. So it still sucks. Even if I kill her first, it's only a 50% chance. I feel like the Streetlight Office, I know for sure it was 33% in this phase. So, best case scenario, 50-50 chance of a drop? And we want to use slashing on her. I got lucky there. Ouch! Wow, they did good. Hopefully we can finish her off. Because I'm pretty sure... No. See, now Streetlight Office is 33% already. It was 50% on turn 1, but now it's 33% already. I don't know what... Because it's in the same level, but it changed. You can't, like, click on it or anything. Lulu 1. She's at emotion level 1. Her team is not. So... It's just like the average? Huh. Well, this is even worse if it's 1 in 3. Oh, I don't even know if I can kill her. No, this is terrible. I don't have any good attacks. This is trash. Can't even use the good stuff, so we just waste. Man, that's pretty bad. Nothing I can do. We're not getting anything if we die. So now everyone's at level 1. Lulu's got a 33% chance. She's gonna go first. And we're not gonna do anything 2 to 3. There's no way 2 to 3 beats 3 to 5. Well, we got the Book of Lulu again, so we did not get our 1 in 3. Well, now we switch over to piercing damage, but poof, are we in trouble. So, pierce and blunt, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. So we need something to counter that. Not die. Maybe we try for the heal? If we survive, that'd be nice. That's a huge attack there with Strong Strike. Same thing, try to get a bit of a heal on, maybe? I don't know. Wow, very good luck. And then... not sure why they took turns there. Because they were attacking each other, but it was not a clash. It was 2 attacks unopposed by 2 attacks unopposed. So it looks like these guys getting into state 2 is still just more garbage books. We've stunned them both somehow. This one's got more hit points. I think that's our strongest attack. Wow. I don't know about this RNG drop stuff. That was twice with 2 different strategies, and we... no, 3 times now, technically. And still not a single one of the book I have not seen yet. I don't know. Unless I'm missing something. This is not great. Wow. Wow. Almost. Sometimes you just roll really good dice, and this is very impressive. Sometimes you just fail, and then you get nothing. That's what I get for auto battle, but still. Nothing I can do about that. Well, assuming my people actually attack. Why didn't they attack last time? Whatever. So we did... last time we did this fight, we took no damage. This time, someone nearly died. Whatever. RNG, man. Very RNG. And then... I think this is the last time I'm going to try. But we're going to try one more time to get this book. I don't know what else we can do. It looks like 50-50 is still the best you can get on this. And it just drops the longer the fight goes on. But you would have to win on the first round, I think, to get 50-50, so... maybe. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be killing her on the first turn. You need a pretty specific build to one-rounder. Like, you need to be way overpowered. I mean, we can stagger her in one turn, which is pretty good. But she's already into 33% mode. What do we get? We did not get the book we wanted again. So that's 4 tries at whatever percent it was at, 33% or something, and I've never gotten it. Yeah. That's how it's gonna be. That sucks. We gotta finish her off for sure. Huge attack. Not much I can do about 5 to 7. That's for sure. I guess the bleed stacking up, or the burn stacking up when they do that is a thing I can do about it. Seeing as it killed him good. Still, for all of our grinding... Oh, we did get one. Okay, it didn't show it when we killed her. 1 book. No BlueAnkylo, I'm busy. Alright, well let's see if that was any of the quests, I guess. Looks like it was not part of the quests. Maybe we'll need it later on for one of the invitations. So we can't really even spend it. It looks like it doesn't have any pages anyway, like any characters, just had random attacks. But if there's anything in this list that we don't already have, we can't really get it right now. I think this list would be much more useful if it showed you what you actually had in your inventory right now. Because, I mean, I don't know each one of these cards if I've already got 100 of them or nothing. Yeah, knowing how many cards you can get on an infinite loop, cycling over and over again, I feel like that's pretty low value. Knowing how many you currently have in your inventory would be much better. Alright, well, I got what I was looking for one way or the other. We have our 3 Lulus now, anyway. So I guess we record an episode, and we do Hod's Abnormality, and we can probably add another character in, and we'll probably unlock another rank. I think we have to unlock another rank here at this point, so it's actually kind of linear in a sense, in that there's no way to add to notoriety because we can't do any more normal missions until we do, I think, this. I don't think there's anything else we could do. Like, yeah, there's no other way to progress besides this, so that's fine. Hello, abnormal tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Library of Ruina with me, BlueAnkylo. In between episodes, we grinded a little bit. Yeah, it's a -1. But getting this streetlight office to drop was actually quite difficult, as it turns out. I've got 1 now, but I've had to do this mission like 4 times, which kind of sucks. So I can't really burn it. Fortunately, there's no like unique pages in it, but you know, a bunch of different attacks. If you want any of those, good luck grinding it off of this. It's not a good idea. On the downside, the other downside is, as far as I've seen, it hasn't unlocked anything anyway. So I did get a new book, but it's not like it was part of any quests or anything at the moment. So, boo. Anyway, for now, let's go see what Hod's Abnormality is, and probably die to it, and then figure out a counter for it. Today's Shy Look. Alright, so let's read about the girl with people masks. So, if you remember back in Lobotomy Corporation, you had to pay attention to which one she was standing behind. Dice gain different amounts of power depending on the current face. Seems fair. We're looking at normal resistance to everything. Oh, so it's still got that kind of mechanic. So if it was like Lobotomy Corporation, this was like you die, and this was like you take no damage. I'm pretty sure. Well, if there's no specific build to defeat, then we just pick our first strongest attack and try to click it when they're at the safe point. Our first strongest attack is not very good, but that is what we get. Alright, so I guess we initiate combat when she's on the left if we can, like that. I was a second too slow, so I lose. Dead. Not even a second too slow, like a millisecond too slow, and just instant game over. Cool. Yeah, this is, yeah. Remember when I said we're gonna try this one a few times and probably just die a bunch? Oh, was that slashing or anything? Like... I didn't even check. If she does slashing damage, we can help a little bit. But we didn't survive long enough for me to really get a feel for it. Oh, it was blunt? Well, whatever. Yeah, it's blunt. Well, there's like... I guess you could build a deck where your first attack had a higher number. Because defenses on 2nd and 3 mean nothing if that's all she ever does. Ugh. Yay. Oh, language. Okay, she does have some other attacks. Good. Super defense. Also will murder you if you're staggered. So don't be staggered. Sure, if I could paralyze her, that's not bad. Whatever. Don't be greedy. BlueAnkylo is what they call me. So paralyzed should help a little. Yay. So now they're bleeding instead of paralyzed. Another super attack. They're nearly dead, and certainly staggered if I don't miss. Alright, so I feel like it shouldn't matter what mood they're in because they don't get to attack. Could be wrong. I've only got 2 points. They've only got 5 hit points. Okay, well, I mean, it's not too bad, but... yeah, it's not too... That one's alright. I still don't think it has the, kind of the fun of trying to figure out a Lobotomy Corp abnormality. It's kind of... because you're almost guaranteed to die, but you don't lose... there's no, like... there's no permadeath like Lobotomy Corp. Well, even that wasn't really perma, but, you know, you didn't lose an employee to finish a day kind of thing. You didn't have a cost associated with trying things out and failing. For this one, you just fail until you either randomly roll well enough or make a counter build. I don't know. It's just not quite the same. Alright, here's your books. Thanks, Mr. Roland. No need to be so courteous. You can drop the Mr. and just call me Roland. Can I? Roland? Much better. It feels kind of awkward to speak like this right away. You'll get used to it. How's the collection going? Well, I have one more book with a page on it. I'm not sure if the city has anything worth being called literature. Seems like each person's life counts as a work of literature. The story of one's life is written out like a book on its own. And in that story, comedy and tragedy intertwine in a complex way. It's hard to define anyone as pure evil or pure good. Everyone's got their own affair. That's why I'm wondering if it's really okay to blindly hate someone. The fixers from the streetlight office were like a happy family, but then we killed them to get their books. A whole bunch. I understand that it was their choice to come here, and we have our own goals, but still. It feels like I'm just making excuses. At least when you were Sapphira, you tried to keep your employees alive, mostly. Now you're just straight up killing people. You see, Hod, taking everyone's personal affairs into consideration is only going to end up giving you a headache. Wait, that sounds like something Hod loves to do. Here, have some enkaphalin. You'd sometimes be just as confused if you hadn't thought about it at all. Thinking about moral standards and fundamental causes only makes everything blurry. All the while, your heart is about to burst the emotional baggage that won't go away. In times like that, you just go straight to where your heart leads. No need to learn. So, again, emotions are hard. Let's not talk about them. But let's talk about them not being important. That's your advice as a seasoned fixer, huh? I guess. Here's a favorite phrase of mine. That's that, and this is this. We don't live in a world that can embrace everyone's private matters. Well, sounds like you've come to terms with your reality. It sure was an easy and comfy way to live, all things considered. Just go with the flow, wherever it leads. Yeah, thanks. I'll think about it. But the phrase you mentioned might give you comfort for a short while, but it doesn't sound like a model that will redeem your life. Well, I suppose people have their own way of interpreting things. I'll leave the books here. See ya. Yeah, whatever. Alright. We're now an urban legend. After killing more than 36 random people from the streets, we are legend. And I savor the magnificent fragrance of the sacrifice which fills my room. Tell me, who do you think will be the one to get through all the mist and claim the collapsed nest in the end? It's hard for me to predict the outcome of this event, Underboss. It's been a while since we were involved in a bloodshed on this scale. However, it's certain that we should not allow the index to take over the yoke. Well said. The middle, the ring, and the pinky seem to be too occupied with their own business to take part in the strife. So that's a relief. Have you heard of the library, recently appointed urban legend? Perhaps it will be closely related to this nest we're so concerned with. Go on. Bad things from one of the, what are those things called? The wings or whatever? Probably. Looks like we're about to ride a real big wave. What? At this rate, the library will soon be exalted to an urban legend from... Yeah, it already happened. The city is brimming with cheap urban myths. It's really hard to tell which are real and which is made up. What's more, a lot of those urban myths turned out to be pretty plain and boring when you got down to the root of it all. Yeah, everyone that comes here dies, so it's way better. The real fun begins when an urban myth gets recognized. I feel like this might be like a translation thing again. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because these are just, like, random terms for, like... Oh, there is a myth that there's a library where you might get a book or die. Oh, no, now it's a legend. That's way better. Like, I don't understand really what they're trying to get at. Yeah, it's too roundabout. If the associations designate us with a higher grade, we can expect to attract guests of higher classes. It's an S-rank mission now. You got it. Urban legends get talked about. People will begin to acknowledge us. What? Why do we care if people... This isn't Naruto. You don't need to acknowledge me. Are we just here to get attention? You see, when I was a kid, my grandma used to tell me tales about all sorts of urban legends. They would send a chill down my spine. Oh, I didn't want to remember the old days. Family? Yeah, I lost them all. So, you're all alone. Well, no one's with me anymore, because you abducted me and basically killed me, but I was raised by my grandma. Don't know how my parents passed. Grandma disappeared without notice one day. And then, never mind, nothing special. What were you even trying to say? Spit it out, you fool. Anyway, you said your goal is to get this one book that'll give you freedom. Yes, freedom to leave the place, and freedom to live as myself. And the freedom to forget. Then, is freedom the only reason you're trying to get all these books? Well, half. During my time living underground, I could only pick up fragmented information about the outside world. I've seen and heard the same stories over and over, and over again. I want to hear new stories. I want to see new faces. That's why I abduct people. That's also why I'm looking for the book that contains everything. It's called the Internet. Get with the times. And a little bit of revenge at the same time. Oh, a book that's got... It just knows everything and revenge. I'm taking revenge on the abominable person and world that made me who I am. Ah, there it is. Don't forget, just that abominable person and the entire world. Yeah, just revenge on everyone. Yep. Only after I've completely and thoroughly destroyed everything he dreamed for will my freedom be whole. Man, he was just, you know, you kept resetting his memories and making him go crazy and repeating that cycle for however long. Gee whiz, man. You tortured him just as much as he tortured you, I feel like, at this point. Get over it. So you'll eventually get the freedom and vengeance you want if we keep following where the red invitation leads to. Yeah, it is red too, very misty. I'm sure our mist friend will have a great time in this library killing everyone. It will guide me to the book that will let me achieve such things, to be exact. How exactly those wishes come true is beyond me. I don't believe it. The one book that will complete me and the library, if I can find that one absolute book containing everything I want, all will be resolved. The MacGuffin to end all MacGuffins. The one thing that knows everything and how to do everything in the world. Wait, hold on. That's your whole plan? Find a book? You don't exactly know how to earn your freedom? The only thing I know, for sure, is that I myself will become whole at the end of the journey led by the invitation. The library has infinite space. I could extract infinite books from the countless guests and store them all if I wanted. But simply collecting books that are mostly filled with junk without a clear purpose in mind is rather inefficient, don't you think? That's the internet, I know. Mostly junk. No clear purpose. Very inefficient. Hence, the invitation's guidance along the path that leads to the book I wish to obtain, as I explained before. Let's say that you got this one book, but you don't even know what it'll do or how it'll make you whole. I don't care what happens. I'll be satisfied with anything as long as I can get results. It's almost scary how tenacious you are. She's just blindly following the faith of the invitation. Either she's in control and has a reason for this to believe this works, or she's completely crazy and it's just like, yeah, the magic invitation that selects random people that we kill and then take their books to unlock more invitations to kill more people will somehow lead me to perfect knowledge of everything. I mean, that's completely insane. She must know more. Oh, good! Our buddy Netzak, librarian of the arts, is lying flat on the floor. Just like the old times. Netzak casts a glimpse at Roland while laying on the floor, before turning back again. Huh? Books are all over the floor. I'm sensing zero motivation to work. Don't at me. Hello, Mr. Netzak, patron librarian. If you keep refusing to cooperate, Angela's gonna probably kill me again. Act like an adult. Just smack him in the face. Tell him to wake up. Don't friggin' beg. Know how it feels to give everything you got to make something, only to see it completely break. I tried so hard building a sandcastle, and it got swept away by the waves. Yeah, that's how I felt at the end of Lobotomy Corp. And I bet it was Angela who made those waves. I was woken again. Called on to take charge of the work I don't want. Again. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go to sleep. Boy, oh boy. How could every one of you hate her so much? How come you don't hate her as much as they do? Please help me out, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know. Eh. He sort of sits up a little. You're pitiable, man. How'd you end up in a place like this? I know, right? I think I'm pretty miserable, too. So can you please spare some of that sympathy for us working hard? You probably know already, but I'm Netzach. A librarian on the artsy floor? And a proper introduction for me. I'm Roland, Angela's slave. Yeah, I gotta wonder, how am I always left with the kind of work that doesn't suit me? You tell me, I never thought I'd work in a library either. Anyway, you're gonna be sorting books related to the arts from this bunch, right? I guess. Can you go away since we're done with all the names? He lies back on the ground. Everyone, Netzach is my spirit anime protagonist. Look, you can lie down all you want, but you're gonna do some work, right? Eventually. I'm counting on you. Please make sure to work. He shoos Roland away. Alright, Netzach, you're doing well. You're doing well, my friend. I mean, it seems very Netzach. Oh boy, we get our first level 2, I think. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, 18 minutes, we can do another one. So that was Urban Legend plus all 4 floors. Malkuth needs a book. Yesod needs a book and Malkuth. Hod needs Yesod and a book. And complete a reception using only pages whose costs are odd. That's a weird requirement, but not that difficult. 1s and 3s are fine, I'm sure. And then Netzach wants a book. Alright, let's see what this is. The Heart of Aspiration. Oh, it's a tool! That'll be much easier. Well, let's see what this is. My body's filled with energy whenever I got this thing's help. That thing gave power? Huh. Why does it have extra hearts? Why are there 3 hearts? Alright, well, let's look at some stuff here. We've got the main heart. It seems to be immune to stagger, but weak to all damage. It is also... Oh, I guess it's got no abilities. And then the little baby hearts have aspiration. Lose 4 HP if the character did not deal any damage. Well, but it's got 40. That would still take quite a while. But if we do nothing, assuming it doesn't attack us... No, they attack us. But in theory, you could play the old Dark Knight Cecil route and just defend. And eventually, they would die. At least these 2 would die. The lungs of craving. They're not really hearts, they're just lungs. Interesting. Does he die without lungs? It doesn't say he does. Huh. Well, I don't have any triple defense, so it's not really an option anyway. I guess we'll just fight the lungs and see what happens. I don't see any shortcut to victory right now. I mean, lose 4 HP... I wonder if it means itself deals no damage, or the character. Well, we'll find out. It doesn't really do much. Slice him up. Oh, right, these things. Stagger doesn't matter. Less slashing might not make much difference either, to be honest. Yeah, they do piercing damage. I mean, I guess as long as he just guards, I can ignore him and try to kill these guys. We halfway killed him in one round anyway, so I'm gonna just stick to it. Might be able to finish this one off at least. Okay. Not quite. Alright, well, it's only got one hit point. We did paralyze it by accident. Let's do a cheap one, although we've got 5 light, but I believe in 2 to 3 damage, right? That seems... Nah, we'll use the more guaranteed hit. And then we'll start attacking this one as well. Retracting beats. This guy's still doing nothing. So a defend, a block, and then a pierce. I'll try to dodge the 1 to 4. Okay, he's out. Good. 1 lung away. I mean, I feel like the heart's got to do something eventually, right? Yeah, there you go. On hit, ally gets strength and haste. That's pretty good. Because they get so many attacks, that would give them a lot of power. So, stopping it from hitting would be really nice. It's 4 to 6, though. Not easy to block. So, I think that's going to hit no matter what, and that's going to make his buddy much, much stronger. But what can we really do, you know? My goal was just to halfway kill him, so this only happens once. If I can help it. This is a little different. What's going on here? Good, we get some of those fun screen effects, like from Lobotomy Corporation. Cool. I wonder if the glass will break eventually. So he's got strengthened, hasted, but he's got... After the character is hit 2 times... Oh, right, we'll get him staggered eventually, but whatever. It's not going to matter. So, yeah, he's going to do a lot of damage. +3 to all of those. This isn't really like a heartbeat. This is more like a strobe effect. So, 4 minimum for 3 hits. There's basically no way of dodging it, I don't think. Not going to work, but you're going to do that, and then you're just going to smack him a couple times. We want to kill him if we can before the big boss does that trick again. At least we didn't get staggered. Ah, back to normal. Alright. So he's got 10 hit points left. We might be able to take him out this turn if we're lucky. Use big attack. Now that he's not powered up. See if we can finish him. Yeah, looks good. That'll do. Now, just one big heart. Now, he still attacks, but he can't do his combo anymore, right? He can't be his own ally, I don't think. It's possible we'll win with a wallop, but I wouldn't bet on it. We're probably going to get staggered. For now, there's not much to do other than just hit him with whatever we got. Hey, we did win. No, we didn't. Ah, so does he... No, he doesn't boost himself. Okay. The trouble is, hitting him when he's got his guard on is going to be a little bit hard. At least we can charge up. I want to have like a nice attack card before I charge up. Like this, basically. That was alright, except for the nauseating feeling I'm getting from all the blood around. It's pretty gory. Alright, gut harvesting's pretty strong. So we could charge up and then try that. Plus, I think he'll do his big attack next turn, and that means we can get both those hits in. Maybe. Also, making a heart bleed. He should be, like, weak to that or something, right? I'll save that for next attack. Also, we need more light for that to work anyway. We only get one light per turn. I think actually he just holds, because I want to have the big attack next turn. Oh, I didn't even get it in. Well, it's fine. Oh, that's... Yeah. Are we giving him a heart attack? I think, honestly, at this point, we've won. It's just RNG now to get the right rolls. There you go. Oh, he's got one left. There we go. Okay, well that guy wasn't as difficult as the other abnormalities so far. That was probably the easiest one. There's not really a counter for it. It was just rush down the lungs, and then the big guy didn't really do much. Less of a puzzle, anyway. Alright, I got some more of these to look at later. Oh. Heyo, Angela. I called them all. Malkuth, Yasad, Netzak, Hod. It's been a while since I saw you all gathered in one place. Angela. What are you trying to accomplish? Nothing special. I simply wanted to have a meet-up with all of you. Alright, let's loosen up a bit, everybody. We got nothing to talk about with the likes of you. Wait, I do. I have a problem with the process of retrieving the light. You don't want to kill the guests with your own hands, do you? And you don't want to suffer yourselves either. He's right. Even though the guests chose to come here, we shouldn't drive people to death as part of our work. Again. It's not right. You were alright with killing hundreds upon hundreds of employees, but now you're upset about killing a few strangers? Well, we did bring them back from the dead. Also, they didn't have a choice because you stuffed their brains into a robot. Hypocrites. Don't lump me with you lot, will you? I at least seek agreement from them. Get anything left to say, Netzak? The employees applied to work at our corporation. How is that different than agreeing to come and die or get a book? Signing your life away to the job. It seems like that's what these guys do in this world. We thought that would be the last of it. Not many more. We don't have a choice, Netzak. Nothing we say will get through anyway. You're still cold and heartless, Angela. Don't get too emotional. I know you all realize deep inside your hearts that this is the only way. If you didn't want to do this, you shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. Leave, all of you. If you didn't want this to happen, you shouldn't have tried to stop me. What a tyrant! This is the bad guy from your anime who's like, you should have just given up and died. It's your fault you're suffering now. What the crap, man? Alright. Well, we got the Pussy is back. We may have seen this one earlier. We'll pick someone from chat. But hey, we finally get a full team of 3. That's pretty cool. And I think 3 is the max for now, at least. Anyway, it says when we do a mission, right? Maybe not here, but somewhere. So let's see. The next quest for the Keter, the main room, is all the middle floors. So that's probably 3 more, unless Tipperith counts as 2. Well, I mean, it says 3 right there, but yeah, that'll be Tipperith, Cheesy, and our Mist Buddy, so that should be fun. And then an Urban Plague and an Urban Nightmare. Oh boy. So, progression. Get a book. Book. Complete an act with your librarians at Emotion 2. I totally did that on purpose. Mostly we're waiting for new books to get anything else done by the looks of things, so just got to do more maps. I'm assuming we'll unlock this one fairly quickly to get... Because I think it seems like we're at the point in the game where we're kind of expected to have at least 2 people per battle, and we're getting to have 3 now, so I bet you Netzaks won't take too long. Alright. Well, we didn't get any books there. I kind of think maybe that's it for this episode for the future tubers. We're at almost 40 minutes. I think it'll take too long to do another one right now. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. So, future tubers, thanks for watching. I would say maybe we're done the early game now, because we're getting to that middle section where we're at 4 floors, or well, 5 floors, I guess. But, you know, we're in the second sort of batch of middle guys, so... You know, we're making some progress one way or the other. And we do have 2 abnormalities in this zone, so that's something. Yeah, we'll call that good for now. So thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day. And for the live tubers, I think I'm gonna stop here actually. I was hoping to stream a little bit longer, but I think if I play too much of this game in a row, I'm just gonna get really negative about it. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I think I was hoping for it to be a little bit more engaging, and it's definitely not quite doing it. So I'm going to try to sprinkle it in, take a little break, and try again in a couple days. I might try some other streams to, like some other games to rotate through for this one. And I have heard, obviously, this is a pretty long game. It's not like this is going to be over in a couple days, so maybe pacing it out is smarter anyway. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly what I would say it's missing, but I think it's got a little bit more equipment micro than I enjoy. Trying to counter every abnormality and every... Like, it's not that complicated, but it's a lot of It's a lot of clicking in the middle of an episode to change all the cards and gear and pages all over and over and over. And just keeping track, right? Like, this is still pretty early, and we've already got 4, 8, 12... Well, how many cards do you think we have altogether? Like, just count rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we already have nearly 50 attack cards, not counting things that are equipped, and like we've got at least 50. We could have more if I've got things equipped that are, you know, 0 stacks here. I don't know, deck building games, card. I really have to be in the right mood for it, I think. It's definitely a different game, and I mean, I knew it was going to be different than Lobotomy Corp, but I think my biggest problem, like I said earlier, was I don't really care about these people very much. I don't know why exactly. I guess it's... I liked the Lobotomy Corp abnormalities because they were creepy stories. And then the employees were just randos that, you know, we made from chat. We made them interesting. Some of them had their own stories from chat, kind of thing. This time, it's like, these guys, I don't know. They show up and they die, and they've got a little blurb, but... Huh. I'm sure some people think this is really good, but... And some of them, I mean, who was it? The, Lulu, the way she talked about her cake and stuff, and all this power of friendship mumbo-jumbo, like, that's pretty tropey. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'm gonna take a break here one way or the other, and next stream will either be some more Lobotomy Corporation, or we'll take a break and play some of the game. I've got like a million... See, that's part of the problem, is I've got like a million games I want to let's play, and if this one doesn't quite hit the spot, I'll just switch to one of those other ones, but we'll see. I don't want to give up just yet, but... Yeah, I'm... You know, we're 2 streams in, I'm like... I've probably played for like 10 hours. It's still pretty early, but... It's just... I don't know how to explain it. It's not quite catching me. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream nonetheless, and I'll see you again another day. Have a great day. Have a great night, even.